Hello everyone, it is Irie Public Studs and welcome to our top 10 LEGO Star Wars The Mandalorian minifigures LEGO has ever made. Now, I was holding out on this one for a while, but I know it's time because all the sets were officially revealed. We have pretty good images of pretty much every Mandalorian figure except for the ones from the Mandalorian Forge, which we still have a few of those on here anyway. But with that said, I'm going to ask you all to subscribe, hit the bell, do all the other things. We're going to get right into this top 10 list, and I've made some pretty good selections, I think, and a lot of the photos are courtesy of Brix Studios, so thank you to him, and let's get right on into it. Starting off right away at number 10, we have Greef Karga from the 2021 Troop Transport set, the Imperial Troop Transport. This figure is actually pretty good. I really think they nailed him down. The last version of Greef Karga was terrible in the Razor Crest. I am consistent with that one. This one is beautiful. The beard, the whole face print, that looks great. I love the way they nailed Carl Weathers. Oh, I just love it. The way they did that whole torso piece is fantastic. That's also a great torso piece. When I get it in hand, I'm going to try to see if I make the Magistrate, because she has the same kind of garb going on. The dark maroon looks fantastic. The pistol works really well. And yeah, so that is a fantastic figure. That is one of the main reasons I'm getting that set. And number 9 is the second reason. And at number 9, obviously, we have the Mortar Trooper. Now this is coming out in 2021, obviously, again, in the Troop Transporter. This is awesome. Now this is the first version of the new Stormtrooper design I actually like. They did do the Sand Trooper, but the Sand Trooper just wasn't 100% hitting it for me. It looked very cool, but this is awesome. So I love the yellow highlights, first off, on Stormtroopers. I don't believe we've ever seen yellow highlights on them like this before. We've gotten different magnitude. We got the shadow one of this version. We got the plain white one. And now we are getting the Mortar Trooper. It looks great. I love the yellow and all of that. They nailed it down. I love the printing, and it's just really cool. If they do a Flame Trooper, and you're watching this after they've made one, just like pretend I inserted that here, because I want to see the Flame Trooper more. But it's still cool nonetheless. And now let's move into number 8. At number 8, I had to put this person here. Obviously, Cara Dune. Now this came out back in 2019 in the AT-ST Raider set, and it is coming out again in 2021 in the Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser. First off, whatever your thoughts are of the Cara Dune actor or whatever, you have to admit this is a beautiful figure, and Cara Dune's an awesome character. Now, this is absolutely great. I do love Gina Carano. I think she's fantastic. So first off, you'll notice we do have the nice printing on the legs. It looks beautiful. Then you move up the torso printing. They did a pretty good job. I wish they gave her some arm printing. It would have been nice to get a dual molded arm print. That would have been fantastic. And then also the face print. They nailed the face print. They did so good with that face print. I love the little Rebel teardrop. It's just really cool. Again, also with the arm printing, for a side note, they should have put like her Alderaanian patch. I think that was pretty essential. Considering they gave other characters later down the list I'll mention arm printing, she should have gotten it too. Pretty good hairpiece. I couldn't have done better if I tried. Now let's move into number 7. At number 7, we have Paz Vizsla in his 2021 appearance. Now this is coming in the Mandalorian Forge. We have not gotten official images yet, but this is a good image from a instruction manual. So yeah. Now, first off, I just want to say, I hate the helmet with every bone in my body. The helmet, they just did not do well. It looks nothing like him. Okay, I got that out of my system. The rest of the figure, however, is fantastic. The gun works really well compared to what his is in actual lore. The legs have fantastic printing from literal toe to the belt. Printing all the way through. I don't even think most of the sets this year got that. It just looks so detailed and so good. And then you move up, there's torso printing. I've seen the torso printing under it. It's good. The over heavy armor type thing that Wrecker also uses, as well as, obviously, Paz has, and the next character we're going to have on here uses. The helmet, dog crap. It's the worst. I like the back build from what I could tell. It looks good, for the little jetpack thing. Now let's move into number 6. At number 6, we have the Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper. Obviously, I had to put mine in here somewhere. Now, again, a small problem I have with this guy. While he's overly detailed, I still cannot get past him not being in the regular, custom droid mold. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, but studs, they are kind of in the same shape as humans. That is correct. First of all, they are taller. Second of all, you look at the characters such as the B-2 Super Battle Droids. They are in pretty much the same proportions as a human. but they are still made into a droid, and I think they look better because of it. And I think the same case is with the Dark Trooper, for example, if they made him like K2SO, that would have been much better. But yeah, so anyway, this is here. The detailing is nice. I think they did pretty well in the leg printing. The over armor piece looks good. The legs should have been longer. I don't know how they do that. Maybe put studs on the bottom. I don't even know. Just he needs to be taller. The helmet piece is obviously the big draw here that I'm personally excited to see. That they nailed down 100%, did a great job. They also have a face print, which you don't see here, but it looks pretty neat anyway. And then next up, we're going to move in the first time in this entire series I've done a thing that is not a legitimate minifigure, but I needed to put him in here. And this is Grogu, or the Child. This came out first into 2020 in the Razor Crest, and then later in the buildable Baby Yoda, and then Encounter on Tatooine, and now Moff Gideon's light cruiser. So he's been around, and I believe we're getting another variant in the Advent calendar. This figure is so cute. I love it. This is absolutely great. I love Grogu. He's so adorable. I remember when I first got him, I was so excited when I got the Razor Crest to build my little Grogu. The printing obviously is minimal, but it's such a small piece. It's very hard to print there to begin with, especially with the hands and everything. The face piece. It is just the cutest thing ever. I love Grogu. You guys have no idea. I have Grogu right there. He is. Look, he's holding the American flag. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So Grogu looks adorable. Now let's move into number 4. Now we start to get into the top tier sets, and the only reason this particular figure is not number 2 is for a reason I'll explain. Now, and it is Boba Fett, who comes out in the 2021 Boba Fett's Star. I'm not even going to call it the Star. It's the slave one. I'm not going to call it the Starship. It is the slave one. Forever will be the slave one. Now, the reason this one is not higher, I'm going to get this out of the way, is because of the helmet print. The helmet piece colors should not be that version of green. It should be a dark green as seen on the torso. It's very inconsistent. I'm sure they're going to fix this. They just probably need to patch this figure together. However, the torso and arm printing is fantastic. Some of the best in LEGO Star Wars, period. Short of our number 1 pick, I think. It looks great. The detailing is insane. You get different pieces everywhere. The leg printing, obviously great. It matches with the belt. It all connects. The headpiece. I believe we've seen pictures of the head print. It looks great. I love the way they nailed the clone face of Boba. It's the first time we're getting him in that skin tone. I am so excited. And even on the new helmet, even though it's not exactly all dark green, which I think was due to a time constraint probably, they did give him some highlights on there, just fill in some other colors, and I think it works really well. And obviously it comes with his gun and jetpack and everything. It comes with back printing, even though he didn't need it at all. He had his jetpack. Insane job, LEGO. Well done. Well done. Now, in number 3, we have the regular version of the Mandalorian, and that first came out in the 2019 AT-ST Raider, and is later going to come out in the Razor Crest, which came out last year. Now, a lot of you guys are like, Studs, what are you doing? Why is this ahead of Boba? Now, first of all, this was a fantastic, when this figure came out, and I know a lot of people have kind of forgotten about it, because, it was only in 3 episodes, and, we got Beskar Mando now. This is an underrated figure. I loved this figure. When I first opened it up, I thought it was the coolest gosh darn thing ever. I was like, whoa, this is one of my favorite minifigures, because it was just that cool. It came with back printing. It had the brand new cape piece, which was sick. I loved just the overall printing. I loved the helmet, even though it was kind of inaccurate in terms of color. LEGO, I just loved this one. It didn't come with a face print, obviously. We didn't even know if Mando was going to show his face at the time. And he didn't, obviously, until the last episode of Season 1. But yeah, so I just wanted to put that there. I feel like he deserved it, and there was nothing really wrong with it other than maybe some arm printing, which would have been nice. But at number 2, we're going to have one that I didn't think was going to be here, but after I thought about it, it really made sense to me. And it was Fennec Shand. LEGO outdid Fennec Shand, and even the actor for Fennec Shand acknowledged that on her Twitter. They did so good with this figure. Now, first off, they did stuff they did not need to do. They gave her arm printing, which, they don't need to do that, especially for a character like this. They probably should have for Cara, but not for one like this. They nailed it, and I think that's what really brings the figure together. The helmet piece is a custom molded helmet piece. You guys know I love my custom molded helmets. And it looks fantastic. It kind of looks like the shape of Kermit the Frog's head. I kept saying that. Face print is fine. The leg printing is great. The orange and black just contrast so incredibly well. I only think we've seen that maybe 1 or 2 times in Star Wars. Like it's very rare. and I just think it works so well. I'm so excited to get this figure. Obviously, she's coming out in the Gideon's Cruiser later this year, and with that said, let's move into our honorable mentions before we get into our number 1 pick. Now, for our honorable mentions, first off, I wanted to give a huge shout out to the Mandalorian Battle Pack Mandos. This isn't the best picture of all of them, but you get the green one, the blue one, the orange one, and the gray one. And also, I'm going to say right out, I also have the armor up here. While I'm not a huge fan of the figure, at least this particular picture doesn't look great. She's missing the shawl and everything. The armor, and I cannot wait to have them and Paz Vizsla and Mando all in one area. That would be so cool. I'm just so excited for that, to have all these new rugged Mandos together. And then also we have Moff Gideon. I didn't want to leave him off this list. I felt like I included everyone else from Gideon's shuttle, which I did. But he's still cool. I'm happy they did him. I like the cape and everything. Just I don't think he was number 1 material. And obviously I didn't put other characters in here like IG-11 or, the weird pirate people. But other than that, let's move into our number 1. You guessed it right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Beskar Mando here. This figure is fantastic. It was the pretty much only new figure other than General Dodonna in 2021's Winter Wave, and now we are going to get it everywhere. So everyone's going to get, real tired of it real quickly because it's showing up in, every set. And, that's to be expected. He's the main character of the show. What do you expect? We got Anakin and Ahsoka and everything back when the Clone Wars was out. And, same thing here. They nailed the helmet color. It's silver. The arm printing was gorgeous. You get the, rhino and everything. You get beautiful leg printing. Obviously no face print, which kind of stinks, but, it's understandable. He doesn't take his helmet off that much. The cape, great. Just fantastic job, LEGO. You really did good with this. The dark brown contrasting with the silver is just absolutely beautiful. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the top 10 Mandalorian minifigures LEGO has ever made. Now, my final question for you is if you guys would like to see the non-canon top 10 list. So stuff like from Freemaker Adventures, from, Force Unleashed, all that sort of stuff, because I just want to get all those under one roof so I could say I've officially done it all. But with that said, I will see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.